We're officially recording. Hey, Phil, how you doing, bud? Doing good. I don't know if, can you hear me okay through the computer?
The wall, though.
Oh, there we go. Now I got you through the computer. Can you hear me through the computer?
Now I can hear you really good.
All right, perfect. Hey, so first of all, thanks for joining me today to do just a little interview, talk about, your experience and in the real estate world and with Boeve Properties and all that. So I really appreciate you taking the time to help us do this today. First of all, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, your kind of work history when you started here, and kind of give the background a little bit.
Sure. My pleasure to be here and to help out in any way I can. Yeah, my work history, I spent the previous 20 plus years in the public school setting. Loved doing that. I've always enjoyed working with people, whether it was, like I said, at work or, I worked with my youth group at church, worked with Boy Scouts and stuff like that. Always been an area where I liked being around people, working and helping out people. And last summer, noticed an online ad for Boeve Properties, and I had not spoken with Howie in a long time, and I was actually more or less just going to contact him to catch up. And the more we talked, the more I realized, yeah, this is something I want to look into. So I started full time last, I believe it was August or September. So it's been an awesome experience.
Yeah, great. Phil, it's been a great experience for us. So you started in, I think, like you said, August, September last year, and you joined us as a licensed agent and as a buyer specialist. So you focus solely on buyers and working with buyers and that type of thing. Did you have any other previous real estate experience before? Sounds like you were just always a teacher, and then just as of late, what is it, 7-8 months ago, you joined us.
Yeah, no, I had no experience. I'll be honest, I was one of those HGTV junkies. That was my real estate experience, watching, those different shows, and actually joked with my wife and said, you know what, when I retire from teaching, this is what we're going to do. And obviously God had other plans, and he said, nope, you're not going to retire from teaching. We've got a quicker timeline. And so I'm excited about it.
Yeah, cool. So tell me a little bit about, obviously we have a friendship and a history. We were on consistory together, and we worked in the church arena before together, and youth group and all that. But tell me what were some things that were important to you as to why you felt Boeve Properties was a fit for you, and why did you join our team?
I think honestly, the biggest thing was, like you said, we had the previous relationship, so there's that trust factor. But I think also the biggest thing was that last word you used in the question there was the word team. You talk to other agents and you hear them talk about their brokerage, their company. That's not a word we use around here. It's not that we aren't a brokerage. It's not that we aren't a company, but we genuinely are a team. And I think that was the huge eye-opener to me was hearing other people and that they don't meet as a team. I mean, we get together as a team at least once a week, and we have meetings as a team. We get together with you once a week, knowing that you're there, where you hear other brokers who are like, yeah, give me a call, and if we can squeeze it in, we can talk. But that has never been an issue. And I think that was the biggest aha for me, was just to sit there and listen to you guys go, this is what we want. And knowing that it was something that you were starting as a team, as an organization, and just the passion that from everybody who's involved with it was just an exciting thing to be a part of.
Sure. So what do you think has been your relationship with, me? Obviously, I've been your coach. As a coach, what has that been like? Has it been all roses and candy and wonderful, or has it been challenging? Or just explain a little bit about that, how you feel about that.
I think it's like a parent role almost. You want to be a friend, but yet there's also times where you've had to sit down with me and go, you know what, Phil, we need to do it this way. And sometimes it's like, okay, I think it'll work this way, but then it's not that you're doing it in a way, not like, same thing, I guess, like I said, with a parent, not that you're doing it because I said so and it has to be done, but it's like, hey, you know what, Phil, I made these mistakes and I don't want you to make them. So it's been awesome. I mean, anytime I've had a question, I know that you're there. It's been fun because sometimes you act like a parent. You're not going to give me the answer, but you're going to let me know where to find the answer. It's one of those things where you could do it for me and it would probably be quicker for you. It would probably be easier for both of us, but 2 or 3 days later and the same thing happens, I'm going to be in the same boat. But this way it's actually a learning that's going on. And it's been awesome that anytime I've had questions like that, there's never been a like, well, you should know that by now. It's like, hey, what did we say before? Or, hey, remember that book that I sent you and stuff like that. So it's been so beneficial to have that.
Sure. Yeah. No, it's interesting and fun for me after 25 years to pour into others and see them have success. And, it's definitely wrapped around our commitment to you as an agent here, as a buyer specialist. We want you to be successful. We want you to hit the goals as far as income that you want. And that's, sometimes it's tough love, right? That we have to
Sure.
do to work through that, but it's all wrapped around. You have set your goal. This is what I want the income I want to make, and how do we get there, right? And we help you do that. And it's been a great journey so far. So when you talk about team, Phil, can you share a little bit about your experience with the team here? What does that mean? I mean, you're a buyer specialist. What are the other roles, and how do they interact together, and how do they support you other than just me as your coach, but just the other pieces to the team?
Sure. It's awesome. We've got, like you said, we've got buyer specialists, we've got listing specialists, we've got our contract to close admin, we've got our concierge, kind of our master of first impressions. Each person has a specific role. Whether it's the person who, like you say, is our listing specialist, they're going to take any people who may come in contact with me and say, yeah, I want to buy a house, but we've got to sell this first. Well, then I'm able to contact our listing specialist, and they're going to take care of them. They're going to make sure that house gets listed properly at the right rate, at the right range, so it sells quickly, so they can get onto that next step. And then once they're through that process, then I get to take over again. The nice thing is that listing specialist isn't like, oh, they're mine now, you're out of the picture. They still let me know. I can still go to any of the meetings that I want with the family. The family can still contact me. So it still is the whole thing. And, once we're done, once we get that listed or once it's sold and stuff like that, then our contract to close Shelby, she takes over. And then at that point, it's awesome because, as much as I love this, I also know one of my strengths is not necessarily organization. And she is so organized that she will send you a reminder, hey, don't forget inspections are coming up, or don't forget this, don't forget that. So just knowing that she's got that taken care of allows me to focus on, okay, somebody just called in to our, master of first impressions, and she said, hey, Phil, this person wants to look at houses. I can now focus on looking at those houses and not have to think, oh my goodness, I've got to get this house listed. Oh, and now somebody wants to do a showing at that house, so I've got to schedule that, so I have to contact the family. It allows me to focus all my effort on the people who I'm helping to buy a home. And I think I can do a much better job because there's not 15 other things that are in the back of my mind. I can focus on that one task at hand.
Yeah, yeah. So what I heard you say is the team as a whole really helps support you be not only really good at the one thing that you're good at, but ultimately do more of it, make the kind of money you want to make, and have the balance and quality of life that you want too.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're 100% correct, because I don't have to sit there and be making all these phone calls and going, hey, do you want to look for a house? Are you interested in buying? Because that's what our master first impressions is doing. They're taking care of these people who are contacting us on our website and other platforms, and she's nurturing them and working with them, and he's helping them out and connecting them. And when they're all of a sudden they're like, you know what, I think I'm ready. Then she can contact one of us as buyer specialists, and then we take them out. We can show them houses and focus on that. And like you say, not have to sit there and go, well, I'd love to show you this house today, but I've got 50 and 20 people that I have to call and see if they're interested in purchasing a house. Where this way she gets them to us, and we know they're ready to buy.
Yeah, very cool. So what do you think's been the biggest value the team has given you thus far?
I would say without a doubt, the two things that have been the biggest benefit to me of being part of Boeve Properties team is the team aspect. The fact that if I've got a question, I'm not sitting at my house working on my own. I know I can go to your office and ask you a question. I can ask Shelby, I can ask Drew, Caleb. Any of the members of the team are willing to help. You know what? We may not know the answer, but we can work together to get it. So I think just that as a new agent, knowing that I'm not on my own. If I look at something different on a contract and I go, ooh, what exactly is going on here? I can contact somebody else. The second huge benefit of the team is, shortly, I don't know, probably a month or two after I started here, my family has traditionally gone down to see my in-laws in Florida. I was able to go down to Florida for 2 weeks, and actually had 2 deals that we closed while I was down there, because there were people here who were willing to say, hey, go down there, have fun, refresh, regenerate, get ready to come back. We'll take care of showing the people you've been working with the houses. And all I had to do was write up the contracts and send them in. So those have been huge things that I don't think I could be where I am right now as an agent if I was a solo agent.
Yeah, that's awesome. What I heard you say is two things. One, the team culture, right? What that means to you as a member of this team and the culture, and we're all here, family, pulling on the rope together and doing things together, number one. Number two is that quality balance of life, you know, being able to check out emotionally, physically, and mentally on a vacation, enjoy that, but yet your clients and your business aren't left stranded, right? They're continuing to work with team members to get taken care of, whether it's buying a home, closing on a home, that type of thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. That's great, Phil. So talk to me about your production. You know, as you know, and many people know, the average realtor, even in West Michigan, but nationwide, sells about 3 houses a year. What's your production been since you started in September with closed sales and what you have coming to close? How many, you know the number? I know the number is, but I'll see if you know the number.
I figured you were going to ask that, and I don't. I think last weekend I closed on numbers 11 and 12, and then have 2 or 3 pendings right now. So close to in the 12 to 15 range.
You are close. Yep, you're spot on. So you've closed 12, and you have actually 4 in pending, with considering that listing referral also. So you've got 4. So that's 16. So let's see, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Let's just say the end of May. So in 9 months, at the end of May, you will have closed 16 transactions as a buyer specialist, and you're obviously on track for hitting your income goal. And that probably, how does that feel?
It feels great. It's encouraging to know that, and you know, we talk about it here, that your income goal is, yes, it's about me taking care of my family, but then also the excitement too is to sit there and go, you know what, if I reach this income goal, who else can I help? You know, what else can we do with this? That you know, we're given a gift, and it's just as important to take care of other people and help them out. And I think that's not that's the most important, but that's just as exciting to sit there and think that, wow, we know that our finances are taken care of. We know our bills are going to be able to be paid. And now we can sit there and look and go, you know what? That family we know down the street is struggling a little bit. Let's go buy them a couple extra groceries and you know, put it on their front door or something like that. That, to me, that's just as exciting as knowing that we're going to be taken care of. So that's cool.
Yeah, you bet, brother. No, I totally agree. I think, you know, the good Lord has given us gifts and talents to use and not waste them and use them to the maximum of our capacity and ability. And, you know, obviously you're doing a great job of that, and, you know, off to a great start in your real estate career. And it's just been fun to walk alongside you and encourage you through that process. You know, I think as I look for you to move forward, share a little bit about your future goals with the team. Share with the folks here watching this what opportunity has just been presented to you as far as the leadership position and what that looks like and what that means to you.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about the goals or the long-term things here. We joke, you and I have joked many times that, you know, one of our goals is we're going to have Boeve Properties South somewhere along the beach in Florida. So that would be, you know, one of those it's just kind of a fun thing to think of, or dreaming of, you know what, if we end up with, you know, 5 or 6 or 7 franchises around here in West Michigan. I mean, those are exciting just to think of what we can build on. But, you know, right now in the near future, I'm really excited of being kind of a mentor with my fellow, you know, buying specialist, of a chance to sit down and just help them out with any questions that they've got. As I said, teaching has always been really important to me, and just to be able to take that passion and now turn it into with my real estate calling, and to sit there and as people are coming in to be able to do the same that you've done with me to help me grow, to help me reach my goals, and to be able to challenge them and say, hey, look, just like Howie's challenged me and pushed me, he's done it because he wants what's best for me. And you know what I want to get. And so I know when you ask me questions and ask me how am I doing on those things, it's not because you're looking over my shoulder, but you're literally are going, hey, if you want to get to these goals, here's what you need to do. And to be able to help other people do that. You know, I know there's a lot of things I need to learn yet, but I also feel like there's things I have to give and to share with new agents who are coming on, and just to be able to take some of those those fears that I had, you know, I think that maybe is a benefit, because I can sit there and go, you know what, I understand what it's like to the first time you're listing or you're showing a house, because I was there, and, you know, 9 months ago, or yeah, writing that contract. How do you handle this? You know, when the agent is responding, what do you do? So I'm excited to help other people reach these same goals that they set for themselves. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, Phil, and I want to just congratulate you and, you know, welcome you to that leadership role. We've just extended the offer to you to become a lead buyer specialist, which means you're going to have 3 to 5, you know, newer, younger, I don't know about younger, that's probably rude, isn't it? You and I are the old guys here, but newer folks coming on board that you're going to be able to pour into and mentor and train and help. And I'm just proud of you and want to congratulate you that, you know, in a very short period of time, you've done some amazing things. You've been on this steep learning curve with me and with our company, and you've stepped up to the challenge and have really said, hey, I want to do this. I want to do this well. I want to learn as much as I can. And I'm just excited for you to take this next step and grow with our, we call it our pathway to success, right? As you can start as a showing specialist, potentially become a buyer specialist, which is what you are now, become a lead buyers specialist. And then, you know, obviously as you continue to grow, there's more opportunities to be a coach. So do you want to do that? And, you know, that type of thing. So congratulations.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that too, because I think the part of being a good coach, which you've shown kind of through your mentoring, is you have to continue to grow. And I think there's always that risk of, oh, I'm selling houses, things are going well now, but that's not what it should be. And I think that's the exciting part too, is my being able to help guide somebody else is also going to make me a better agent, because I'm going to learn things and I'm going to continue to learn and grow. And I'm sure they're going to have questions that maybe I don't have, and I might have to look up the answer to, and I may have to come back to you, or I may have to go to other people. And that part excites me as well, because I think that my being able to guide them is going to make me better as well, which again, like we've talked about, makes the entire team better.
Yeah, you bet. Well, Phil, you're a great asset to our team. We thank you so much for this time and everything you're doing with us, and we will talk to you soon.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thanks for taking the chance on somebody who had no real estate experience about this time last year.
You bet, buddy. All right. Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, thank you.